Throughout my childhood, my family would spend the summers on my grandfather's boat. Little did we know the environmental repercussions of our actions on the Severn River and the Chesapeake Bay. The effects of climate change will affect the globe on a large scale, from rising sea levels to drought and everywhere in between, but not all will affect our specific community strongly. In my community specifically, on an offshoot of the Chesapeake Bay, there are houses along the coastline which are especially susceptible to rising sea levels that will erode the shores. This will result in people being displaced and forced to move inland. In terms of the effect of climate change, it will be local and semi-national, as people will need to migrate to other places around the country, and the community will need to take measures to not succumb to climate change locally. Ironically, about 150,000 new people move into the Bay watershed each year. Now, it is easy to talk about the impending changes, but we must imagine how it will play out. As for my family friends on the water, their beaches will start to recede, and their house may be swallowed up by the water. 70% of Maryland residents live within the coastal zone, and you can imagine just how much damage will be inflicted. For those who spend their time fishing and crabbing, there will for sure be a decline of wildlife to harvest. The number of environmental industry jobs in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia has surged by over 43% over the past 2 decades, but that won't last if action is not taken to preserve the bay. Mainstays of the bay, such as oysters, blue crabs, and striped bass, will decline, and so will the industry surrounding them. The harsh chemicals and compounds used for cleaning and maintaining boats are toxic to the environment, as well as the gasoline leaking into the water and inflicting damage. As much as 80% of the sediment in the bay shows signs of toxic chemicals, a testament to just how polluted the bay has gotten. Not only are the chemicals in gasoline harmful, but wakes from boats churn up sediment in the river and cloud the water. Wakes left by boats also help to erode the shores at an accelerated rate. Cloudy water also makes it difficult for sunlight to penetrate the vegetation in the bay, leading to a cascading effect on water quality and subsequently harming the wildlife. Stricter speed limits, so to reduce the size of wakes and the sediment that is turned up, and subsequently reduce the erosion of shores, is a possible solution. Lowering the speed limit and enforcing larger fines for violations can hopefully help reduce floating sediment and help bay organisms. The bay is already home to almost 5 million tons of sediment due to runoff, so the less the better. Another possible solution is stricter regulations on gasoline usage and possibly a carbon tax on gasoline purchases, or a limit to how much you can buy weekly, monthly, or annually. Alternatively, having fees due to using the waterways, sort of a utilization fee, can discourage recreational boating and in turn reduce the harm on the bay done by boaters by reducing boat traffic. Stricter regulations on cleaning products and the chemicals within them that pollute the water could be a possible solution. Pushing boaters to use non-toxic options through rebates or subsidization could be especially effective. EPA certification of products is another way to create a baseline quality for eco-friendly cleaning products. Climate change and its effects are inevitably going to impact the Chesapeake Bay and Magothy River. By having local measures to reduce the strain on the environment, we can hopefully maintain our bodies of water long enough before they turn acidic and lifeless. There is no fun in boating on water so polluted you're afraid to fall in, but there is still time to change that.